Okay, getting up on the roof at 3255 Hield Road for Alan King. I made some notes for you all up on the roof, and I want to start going over that now. My first 3 reminder errors is talk about the gutters and the drip edge. So we're going to replace this brown drip edge with your new roof. It sounds like the plan is to change this back to white and then do some different colors with the roof, which sounds really good actually. The gutters are in decent shape, but I'd still recommend if you're going to go change back to white and different colors. We'll gladly get rid of these and throw these away for you if you want. Just let us know. The next area is to talk about the granules. So see in the gutters here, that's all the granules that have washed off the roof over the last couple years. There's even more on the other sides. The granules, the reason why granules are so important is because the granules in every sense of the word are the sunblock for your roof. When you lose the granules, all the protective chemicals inside the asphalt shingles start to leach out, and then the shingles start to become extraordinarily brittle, just like that. Almost like saltine crackers. So when you have that, plus jumping ahead a little bit, you have a lot of lift up. You see the rusty nails underneath it here. Okay, so in connection with the brittleness, once you lose that adhesive bond between the back of the shingle and the roof itself, it's not going to sit back down. It's just going to keep vibrating, flopping around until it eventually breaks off, especially when they're brittle like that. So that's exactly what's happening with the roof, and that's why the bank or insurance requested that you replace the roof. Yeah, so we talked about we talked about the gutters, talked about granules and the drip edge, so that covers that. Usually the lift up is in a diagonal zipper like pattern, just like these guys here. You can literally see the zigzag, so I suspect that these are lifting up as well too. More here, you got a lot of rusty nails laying up on the roof. Not really sure what that means, whether there was maybe some repairs to facilitate the sale of the house recently. Maybe that's why. You don't currently have gas based on our conversation, so we can gladly get rid of this, remove this penetration in the roof. This is for the hot water heater. So if you're gonna stay with an electric hot water heater, then we can gladly get rid of this. And it's kind of the first thing you see when you pull up to a house. So I'm kind of all about the aesthetic, so I'd recommend that we get rid of that, even if you do get a gas range in the kitchen. We're gonna replace all of the bathroom vents. We're gonna replace this old turtle looking vent with the new gooseneck style vents. We're gonna replace the attic ridge vents with the new low profile ridge vents that have the shingles on top. More lift up over here. We're gonna replace all the valley metal in all the valleys. More of the same, pretty much on every side of the house. You can, whole sections, you see that? We're gonna reboot the power mast. It doesn't even look like there's a boot on the power mast, so that's definitely gonna get corrected. We're gonna reboot the bathroom vents over here. This is called a pan roof. This is an aluminum porch roof. It looks like it's in excellent shape. We're not gonna touch that. We're gonna take good care of that. They're very expensive. Looks like there's been some repairs here, or maybe a new gooseneck was added. There's talk that maybe the range hood is gonna be moved over a little bit, so we can talk about that later once we get closer, and we can actually mark and include that with your new roof as well too. And then pretty much that's about it over here. I double checked some of the measurements. Last 20 seconds. So allow me to talk about how we are going to do your roof over correctly for you. Oh, well, I was going to say, forgive my metal example here, but there's like a slight chance that you might be interested in metal. I think it'll look great on the house, but it's really not the top layer that's so important. It's all the layers underneath. So regardless of the top layer, the 2 layers underneath are what's very, very important. So imagine this with me. We're going to remove all the shingles, get down to the bare plywood roof. Anything remotely bad as far as the wood goes, we're going to replace. You get 100 square feet of wood replacement with your roof. That's about the size of a garage door. Usually it would be in the valley. There's a few soft spots, but the 100 square feet should be more than enough. Otherwise, it's just $65 per sheet after that. And we can use smaller sections, not just a whole sheet. The 2 building codes that are gonna make a really big difference with your new roof, it's gonna give you a big discount on your insurance. The first one is called Re-Nail the Roof to Code. So the code says place a new nail holding your plywood to your roof trusses every 6 inches. We go every 4 to 5 inches. We're gonna double, triple the number of nails holding your plywood to your roof trusses. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna install what's called waterproof barrier. Maybe you've heard of the term peel and stick. We're gonna cover every inch of this bare plywood roof with waterproof barrier. Once this stuff touches plywood, you can literally not get it off. It kind of like just gels right into the wood. So even in the event that During a hurricane, your shed ends up on top of your brand new shingle roof. It's going to damage the shingles, but at least it still won't allow the water inside the house. That's the point of the waterproof barrier. And then on top of that, if we do talk about shingles, we only use Certainty Landmark Series shingles. It's the same price as the other companies, but it's heavier, thicker, it's a better shingle than the other ones. And I was thinking, back to aesthetics, I think Weatherwood would be hands down probably the best color for this house, for your vision, but we can talk more about that as well too. But I think that would be my #1 vote. And that's about it. So I'm gonna package all this up. I'm gonna send you the photo folder, the roof measurement report, your estimate, this video. I'm gonna send that all to you to your email. Thanks.